Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're back again with another YouTube video, and today I want to talk about Marvel Rivals and more specifically Jynxzi's take on it after recently playing it on stream. Now, I want to give my take on Marvel Rivals right away. I'm obviously a huge fan of it. If you watch my YouTube channel, you'll see I usually use Marvel Rivals gameplay as my gameplay commentary because that's how much I actually enjoy it. Usually when it comes to gameplay commentary, I'll just post whatever I'm playing at the time. So I've been kind of just grinding out hours, trying to get to Grandmaster in Marvel Rivals, and it's really fun. You know, obviously there's some balancing issues. I think some of the ultimates need better cooldowns and stuff like that, and a lot of the times it kind of delves into just being a whoever can pop their ultimate at the better time situation, and especially a lot of the higher ranks. But for the most part, I'm really enjoying the game. I finally found a 6v6 hero shooter that actually seems to have longevity and actually cares about the community. Like, they're actually giving their fans what they want. You know, I used to play Overwatch 2 quite a lot, and that was kind of the big thing I had against Overwatch, is it just felt like there wasn't enough content. It felt like they didn't really care that much, you know, given Overwatch's 2 release and how they didn't really add anything with Overwatch 2. You know, they added the 5v5 or whatever, or like one tank, which they now recently added back. But it's only limited time, which is confusing to me because they've been hyping up how great it is to have an extra tank and how, you know, you can play with more friends. It's just really weird to me. But so obviously I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals, right? It's a great game. And recently Jynxzi, you know, the streamer who plays Rainbow Six Siege a lot.
You want me to check right now? How do I check? Tell me how to check.
Yes, check right now. Go to home button, go to the controller icon, and go down to stats. How many days, bro? Just tell me.
He decided to play it, and obviously he says some really bad takes about it. Now, I'm obviously going to clear the air right now, being someone who does watch Jynxzi from time to time, and I know how the guy acts about playing new games, right? He purposely puts on this, like, naive thought process behind every game that isn't Rainbow Six. I mean, obviously, you guys who watch Jynxzi, you know what I'm talking about. Like, recently he played Amanda the Adventurer 2, and that was probably one of the most painful thing I've ever watched.
Right mouse button to rotate? Oh my god, I love you. Okay, yeah, this guy's also getting mod. Bro, let's go!
You know, I guess it's a long-running joke with him where he's only good at Rainbow Six, so anytime he plays any other games, he, like, purposely pretends he's bad at it. So, anyways, he's playing Marvel Rivals, obviously, and he picks, like, Venom, and the first thing he says is, like, where's my gun?
Where's my gun?
They'll be coming in 30 seconds.
What?
He obviously is going to compare everything to Rainbow Six, right? That's the long-winded joke here. But he played it for a little bit, and then at the very end, he decides to say that, you know, it's a Brainrot game, and he doesn't think it's going to last more than 6 months.
Okay, that game's too Brainrot for me, though. Chat, it's just run, spam, die. That game is too Brainrot. I literally heard the words, I am Groot, like 100 times. Chad, I think that game might be too Brainrot for me, bro. That was like a lot, bro. Chad, it's fucking tourney day, man. I'm glad I played, though. It's pretty fun. I can definitely see it being, like, addicting. But no, do I think anybody's going to be playing Marvel Rivals in, like, a year? Fuck no. Do I think anybody's going to be playing Marvel Rivals in, like, 6 months? Probably not.
Right? And obviously, there's a lot of things you can take away from this. You know, someone who's a Rainbow Six Siege only player really is saying that another game is Brainrot while also playing Fortnite all the time. You know, there's obviously that. But the one thing I do want to take away from this take is him saying that the game's only going to be alive for like 6 more months, which, again, obviously, he's rage baiting. He's trying to cliff farm. That's kind of Jynxzi's thing. But I think that take was just really bad, just in general, because, you know, if a game like Overwatch 2, which is obviously really popular, lasts as long as it does, I'm pretty sure Marvel Rivals is going to last longer, right? First of all, you have the Marvel IP, which, even though the most recent movies are fucking garbage, right? I think we can all agree with that. Marvel's is still a massive name, right? Look at Deadpool and Wolverine. That movie did numbers, right? And it got a lot of people excited for Marvel again. So when a company comes around with a Marvel IP where all the characters are free on release, right? Every future character is going to be free, which is huge. And there's no actual microtransactions aside from cosmetics, which is 100% up to you. I think this game actually is going to outlast most games, especially in the 6v6 hero shooter genre, right? Like, this isn't a Concord situation. They're doing huge numbers. This is probably a massive cash cow to whatever company is producing this, which I think is like a Chinese company. And they keep releasing more and more stuff, right? Like we just recently got a new batch of skins too. They also are doing this huge like celebration for like the Chinese New Year's or whatever. And there's a whole new game mode, right? And they're just pumping out content, and the future of the game looks really good. We already saw a leaked photo of all like the future content coming, which is like Deadpool and, you know, a bunch of other characters like Blade and stuff. I think this is going to be a very successful game. And this take it from Jynxzi is just really bad. I understand he's rage baiting and shit like that, but now he actually has people genuinely pissed off because of his take on Marvel Rivals, when this is actually a game that's really refreshing, where it comes into a very saturated genre, to be fair, but then really mixes it up and shows like a new refreshed look at what a lot of people really enjoy. Right? So I don't really understand where he was going with this, right? And I don't think it's Brainrot either. He said that like, I think there was a part in it where he said that it's like button mashy.
It's very like Brainrot. It's very just button mashing. Yeah.
Which is like not at all true whatsoever, right? Some of the tanks, yeah, you could argue that a lot of them just like spam the right trigger or whatever, but most of the characters you actually have to be really smart with, right? Like Jeff the Shark, right? Most people don't play him because, you know, he's not the strongest healer, but at the same time, you know, a really strong Jeff is like impossible to kill just because of the movement, right? I play Star-Lord, someone who's like getting in, getting out, getting in, you know, he has one of the strongest ultimates, but like, in my case, I can die really easily if I just stay in one spot, or if I'm not like, if I'm spamming my dodge, or I'm spamming my jet boosters or whatever, I'm gonna get caught and you're gonna die, right? I think this game is the exact opposite of being a button mash game, right? Compared to some other games where it's like, yeah, okay, I'll give you that some other games in this genre are button mashy, right? But not this game. I think this game is the exact opposite, right? But at the end of the day, all I really want to say is obviously don't take Jynxzi's take that seriously. Like the guy is known for just like shitting on any game that isn't Rainbow Six, right? Even watching his like Minecraft playthroughs with like queso and stuff is like the hardest shit ever, right? He's really running with this meme, and it is frustrating if you guys genuinely want to watch him play a game legitimately. You just can't, because he just doesn't, right? And I guess that's the long running joke. But I just think like people who are on Twitter saying like, oh guys, Jynxzi's a fucking idiot and blah blah blah, he's just rage baiting. You know, and this is coming from someone who is a Marvel Rivals fan, but I think the dumbest thing he did say throughout this entire thing is saying that the game does not have longevity, which is just complete bullshit. I think it is kind of downplaying how hard the developers are working on the game, because they really are trying to push out good content. And the thing about rage baiting with Jynxzi is his fan base can be stupid, right? He has probably one of the most unfunny fan base. Like you watch one of his streams and they just reuse the same jokes over and over again, right? So some of them are like, oh yeah, Marvel Rivals does suck. Fuck that game. It's like, okay, cool, but you can't deny it's still doing crazy numbers, and it's probably still going to be doing crazy numbers a year from now, because, you know, we have a lot of Marvel movies coming out next year too, right? I think we have another Avengers one, Doomsday, so that's going to be coming out next year or whatever, and that's only going to make the game more popular, right? And they can keep releasing skins as movies come out, and, you know, they have so much lore to take from. You know, if you play the game, you actually can look into like little lore slips, and like there's a comic book thing. There's so much lore. Every character has lore. Every character has these like really interesting dialogues with each other that dives into like the comic counterparts and stuff. So like I'm really interested to see where this game goes, right? I think this game does have longevity, and I think Jynxzi was just doing a rage baiting clip farm, as always. But anyways, that's all I really want to talk about. Let me know your comments in the comments down below. But as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.